feel like, oh, like, but they're gonna see right through me, like I feel like I'm not at all confident, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it is such a good saying because it works everywhere. Because confidence is an energy that when people see it, they're like, whoa. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the Golden Mindframe series. And this is basically a series that I'm creating, which is going to give you guys top tips in different areas of your life. So for example, friends, romance, relationships, career, goals, all of that. And it's how to have that golden mind frame, that golden mindset, which pushes you in the direction to go after your dreams, to chase them, and to get the things you want to get out of that sector of your life. And today we're going to start with friends. So the first, most important thing it comes to how you build relationships with people is making sure to fill your own cup and then watching how it fills others. So what I mean by this is that you have to make sure that you are comfortable, to make sure that you're secure in your own skin before you can then look for that security through friends. Once you learn to enjoy your own company, then you can learn to enjoy others. What I mean by this is that once you feel secure in your own self-worth, once you know that what you bring to the table, how interesting of a person you are, then you'll see how this filters and flows into other sectors of your life and how your other friends then become attracted to you because of you have these qualities. So the basis and foundations of this golden mindset relies on confidence. That is the key to making friends, to building relationships and trust with people. It's also the way you hold yourself, that you have that confidence to go out there and put yourself in situations where you're not sure how it will end. And it seems so scary because it's like, oh, I don't know anyone there, and like, what if no one speaks to me, or all these like doubts in your mind. But you'll realize that once you take yourself out of your comfort zone, once you put yourself in that situation, it's actually funny how many like people you will actually speak to, how many friends you'll actually make, because you didn't stay in your comfort zone, but you went outside of it. And there's always a reward for taking risks like that. So just making sure that you have that confidence. And if you feel like, oh, like, but they're gonna see right through me, like I feel like I'm not at all confident, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it is such a good saying because it works everywhere. Because confidence is an energy that when people see it, they're like, whoa, like they're confident. If you're lacking confidence and the ability to just go up to someone, I would say, first of all, just do it because it pays off. And think to yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? Because genuinely, what is the worst thing that could happen? Because if I had to picture it, maybe the worst thing, if I went up to someone, the worst thing that could happen maybe would be that they blank me, or that they just like turn around, like sort of like sneer. And looking at it in general, is that really that bad? Like, the way I think about it is like, it's kind of funny almost, because it's like, it's a shame you're not trying to get to know me. Why are you so close-minded? Like, first of all, why are you so close-minded? But it's also a shame you're not trying to get to know me because I'm interesting. Like, that's just how you have to carry yourself. Sort of like quiet that inner voice in your head that's telling you, and that's feeding your doubts and your insecurities, and literally fake it till you make it. Because if you keep faking it till you're making it, you can then harness the energy of this like confidence, this like fake it till you make it confidence, and then use it in other situations. And once you've practiced it, and if you keep practicing, that's the thing, it just becomes like your mindset. That's the whole point of this golden mind frame, because you just have to build that confidence. You might be like, oh, well, there's gonna be rude people, or if they just don't talk to me, or if they ignore me and stuff. And I just think those people then therefore weren't meant for you, like they weren't supposed to be in your life. So kind of think about it as like, they're not gonna put effort in with me, well then that's fine. Like, that's the trash removing itself from my life. I didn't even have to do anything. Like, it's happened by itself. And a big one is have like pure and good intentions. So when you are trying to make friends, don't have like an ulterior motive, like, oh, you know that they're friends with someone you really want to be friends with, because then your energy comes off artificial. Making sure that your intentions are good. And also, when you have good intentions, also that then translates into your energy. So if you're worried about not having like that confident energy, as long as you've got good intentions, that oftentimes can translate into confidence in a funny way. That's how it works. And so a big issue with why people don't go up to people and make friends and don't put themselves in situations is that doubt and those fears and that inner voice that holds you back. And it's just learning to silence that. And the best way to silence that voice that comes up with the doubts in your head is by putting yourself in those experiences. Like, the way I like to think about it is almost like you're on a bridge and you're taking like a bungee jump. Like, that's the way I like to think about it. You have to take that jump, that leap of faith, and then it always pays off. And the best part is that with a bungee jump, like, if it doesn't, you get like caught and you get pulled back, you know, and then you try again. Because with bungee jumping, you know, it's like an activity where you can do it many times, but like, you know, you've got the security, you're going to come back. That's exactly how you should think about it when you're trying to make friends. It's like, because you know your own self-worth, you feel secure in yourself, jumping off that bridge, taking that leap of faith will never affect your foundation. So like taking that jump, because you got the harness, like you will be back to your original position. And that's the way I think about it with making friends. I just think I can put myself out there, I can make some friends, but it will never take away from my foundation and the basis that I have built, and that self-confidence, that self-worth. That's why it's so important to work on yourself first, fill your own cup first, before you look towards other people to give you that validation and to fill your cup. I'm going to be talking about this golden mind frame a lot throughout the series, whether it's with love, whether it's careers and goals. And the reoccurring motto, motif throughout all my videos in this series is going to be having a foundation where your self-respect, your self-love, your self-confidence is strong. Because once you have that foundation, you can go anywhere with it. But a big thing I've seen is that people like to skip that step, the private step. I think about it like the private domain. I actually read a really, really good book on that. I got recommended this really, really good book by someone, and it's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And Covey, he thinks about it as like a private sphere and a public sphere. Like private sphere including like self-confidence, self-respect, self-love, and then the public sphere being sort of like how you then react, how you then go out in like external circumstances, such as like making friends, relationships, career goals and stuff like that. And it's so essential that that foundation is built, because once you have your self-confidence, your self-worth, your self-belief, because when you go through harder points in life, you need to have that to fall back on. And it's inevitable that you will have to fall back on it at some point, because that's just how life works. It's never going to be perfect. But once you have that fundamental foundations to rely on, that's basically like the perfect remedy. Like, you can throw yourself in situations where you're afraid, you can face your fears, you can chase your dreams, you can do things that you don't know if you can do, and you've got doubts, because at the end of the day, even if those fail, and also I'm a big believer in rejection is just redirection, but even if those things fail, you still like fall back on this like comfortable mattress, like which you've built in yourself. And that's why it's so important, and that's why my golden mind frame series is going to be built on this idea of having that core foundation, that fundamental foundation built on good self-worth, high self-worth, viewing yourself as someone who is precious, whose energy is precious, whose contribution to life, to your friends is like meaningful, and who you want to spend time with, but also your friends want to spend time with. And the second of all, self-love, so treating yourself kindly, muting that inner voice when it becomes like self-degrading and like horrible to yourself. And self-belief, of course, like believing that you can do anything you really want to put your mind to. Once you have that intention and that focus on it, then you can just chase your dreams. That's the basis of my golden mind frame archetype, is that having that core foundation. And that we're gonna build on that in the rest of the series, because the rest of the things I'm going to talk about, such as romantic relationships and pursuing career goals, all these things, you have to have the basis to do them. And same with friends. That's why I'm talking about it so much, is having that fundamental, that core basis built on self-love, self-trust, because those things are self-made. You're not relying on any external validation. You're giving it to yourself. And because you're giving it to yourself, that also means that no one else can take it away, and that you can give it to yourself. And I love that, the idea of that, because it's like, no matter what you go through, you are your own cure. Like, you can inject yourself with the medicine you need. And this is like mentally and emotionally speaking. You never have to rely on anyone else to give you that external validation, or to approve of something you're doing, or to give you praise. Like, if you're really desperate and you want praise from someone that's external, you don't have to rely on that ever, because your inner reserve of self-love, self-belief is filled up, because you take time to fill it up.